Hello.
Hey, the lighting's not very good over here.
You're not on camera. Well, I
Why?
guess you are on camera. I'm not sure yet. We'll figure out. This is going to be audio, but maybe we'll put a video thing up.
Oh, you're telling me I'm not on camera. But how come I can still see you?
No, I mean the recording won't be. It's going to be a podcast recording, so the lighting in your room is not going to matter
Oh,
so much. But now that we're talking about this,
you can put it on YouTube.
that's right.
I didn't do my hair for nothing. It's like
And
I'm just kidding.
so just for that reason, I think I'm going to put it on YouTube because you did your hair.
I didn't get
Sorry.
this hair done for nothing today.
And so it's not called hair anymore. It's called har with a wave of the hands. Also, you have a band, a bandana, a hairband. What do you call it?
This is called a top knot.
I know your hair is in a top knot. You got something on
Top
your face
knot with a bandana.
with a bandana.
Yeah.
Okay, what's on the bandana? What does it say on the bandana?
This is Christy Cole, a CrossFitter, and she makes like faith headbands, and this one says "for such a time as this." So this is like a woman empowerment Bible verse.
Awesome. So it's not eat your veggies.
No, no,
No. Should we get you one that says eat your veggies?
that's not.
Why? Should we get you one that says I don't eat my veggies?
I don't know if that one will be empowerment.
I don't eat. Maybe a lot of people deep down feel like they don't want to eat their veggies, and then when they see you sporting that, they'll be like, "That's empowering me to be myself." Edith, this is our first attempt at a podcast episode. How do you feel about being a celebrity?
Oh, nothing new.
No.
It's like I'm just kidding.
This is how this is starting. It's only going downhill from here. Episode 1. We're
I'm
already
just curious
celebrities.
what we're gonna talk about.
I got stuff lined up. Don't worry. We have stuff to talk about. And your bandana is going to take up 20 minutes of the episode. And then the remaining 37 seconds will be like some research paper.
Perfect.
Edith, I found something. I'm going to jump right into it. I found a study. And it says green leafy vegetables may boost muscle function.
Mm.
That was specifically for you. It's by the Journal of Nutrition. And I saw it and I was like, I should share this. How do you feel when I tell you this?
Well, I don't know, because I would say I have pretty good muscular function, and I would say I have not been eating green leafy vegetables. So,
Well, what if your muscular function could be better?
that's a different scenario.
Well, that's what it says. It could boost muscular function. What if I told you you could boost your own muscular function by, I don't know, let's say 10%.
Mhm.
Would you
That's
eat
pretty
more
grand. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Would you eat more veggies if I said 10% more like weight on your back squat?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if I said it's like 2%? Eh? Like, do you have is there a threshold where you're like, this is not important enough for me?
I don't know what 2% is. What's that, like 5 pounds
What do you back squat?
for one time?
Yeah.
And one time only.
Yeah.
Last time was about 265
For one?
for
Damn.
one.
Damn. That's I'm not gonna say if that's more or less than I can back squat. 265 for one. So 2%. So a 1% would be 2.5 pounds. 2% would be 5.2 pounds. Would you take it?
Yeah. So that'd be like 270.
Yeah, 271, something like that.
Yeah. That gets me closer to 300. That's my all-time goal.
So you're gonna eat veggies? Is that what you're saying to the public?
I've been pretty good about it, Medi.
What is pretty good? It's like I
Already.
ate veggies last Tuesday, Medi.
Well, listen.
Listen, Linda.
When this all came about to the public, this was a very good secret that I had until your lovely wife told the public about it. And now it's out there. So when Meredith first found out, she was, this was really red flag because I was literally probably eating vegetables like once or twice a month. Like it was really bad. And that's why it was a secret. But she wanted to help me and she did. And so now we're eating at least per week, I would say 3 to 4 times a week of vegetables.
Yeah,
It's pretty darn good
that's pretty darn
compared
good.
to like once a month or twice a month.
And
So
has your strength gone up in this time?
I've been feeling good. Yeah. Like I've been feeling good.
See, that's science. I've been eating a lot of veggies because as you can imagine, having interacted with my wife about vegetables, you can imagine what it's like to be in our household. We're always like, me and the girls are hiding in rooms and their mom is coming around being like, I have broccoli. Where are you guys? And we're like, hide quickly. It's sort of like that. And we've been eating a lot of salad. I genuinely think I find myself now eating salad 3-4 dinners a week, and but my muscular function has not gone up.
Well, we have other problems there, Mehdi.
My hair looks great, but my muscular function, I'm not sure at this point. I mean, I could type faster on a keyboard, but
well, we did our burpees the other day, and you tied me and Tyler, so I would beg to differ.
maybe you're right. I found that I need a stinking reason. I need like a competition. I need a stupid bet or a dare. And then I can produce some performance for about 40 seconds. Not more than that, of course. But
or how about just the fact that you're about to have 3 girls in your life?
What does it have to do with
And
anything?
your arms are gonna need to be strong. You're gonna need to like chase around. Like you gotta stay strong, man.
I'm not gonna carry all 3 of them at the same time.
Bet.
But I'll be like, you can walk.
She's gonna need her time, and so you're gonna need to, 3 girls. What you
3 girls. I'm gonna be like, you can walk. You can toddle, and then you can crawl. I'm not carrying any one of you guys.
Just imagine all 3 of them. Daddy.
This is what it's like. If I sit down on a couch in my house, baby girl number 1 comes in and then snuggles on the side here under my armpit. Baby girl number 2 climbs up my knee and then lands in my lap. I'm waiting for baby girl number 3 because I can expect that the only place she'll have to sit is like to climb up on my head and like start picking my hair, be a little troop of monkeys, all like, this is what happens. And then I start to escape out of the whole thing and then go pretend I am busy with something.
See? This is why we got to stay active.
I don't know how
this is the real reason why we exercise.
I very good attempt there. I am not persuaded. Look, but I did see this also. I did see this other piece of news. Cardiorespiratory fitness improves grades at school. How about that for a headline? What do you think?
Cardiorespiratory fitness increases grades.
Yes.
At school.
Yes.
I would say cardiorespiratory fitness means, especially as a kid, we're going to go with maybe elementary, high school, like still in school age children, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm thinking that in order to have cardiorespiratory good fitness, they're probably playing some sort of sport. Right? They're doing something active. So if they're doing a sport or they're staying active, doing an extracurricular activity, that just in turn is going to lead to better performance in school just because all the great health benefits that come behind exercising.
So there you go. I think in general, let's just put it out there. We're going to encourage our children to get good grades and get better fitness. I think that's par for the course. So this study, though, it's like a bit more specific. So they took almost 200 kids. The ages are 8 to 12. And it's very narrow. They take them through a physical test. They take them through a shuttle run. Right. And they have them run back and forth between 2 lines that are 20 meters apart. All right. And then they keep speeding these things up. It's almost like suicide runs or something.
Yeah, I remember this. This was a test in gym class.
Right. But then right after that shuttle run, they perform 9 tasks that have to do with cognitive flexibility, working memory, and then they measure different indicators such as accuracy on the responses and the speed of their responses. And they found that kids who had a better outcome on the shuttle run test, right, who had a better respiratory fitness there, also happened to answer or perform better on the cognitive tasks right after. Hmm, interesting. What do you think?
I wonder what the tasks were, like what they had to do. Does it say?
Yeah, but I didn't read. You know,
I mean, regardless, I'm just like thinking, just overall, like after, just like exercise wakes you up, like it just like it turns you on. Um, I know like when I exercise and I'm feel like if I'm feeling run down, I'll go exercise after my workout. I'm like, woo, like I just take a bang energy drink, I feel good. I'm alert, I'm turned on, my brain is functioning, I'm ready to go.
yeah,
So I can only imagine the same thing happens with an 8 to a 12-year-old person. What do you call them? Kid.
kids.
Kids. They're kids, not a person.
A technical term that's referred to in the industry as kids. Yes.
Can you tell that I work with adults and have no
Yes,
children
yes,
in
we
my
can
life?
tell. Yes.
But I can only imagine the same thing, even more for them because their brains are still developing. So have them do exercise. They're gonna turn, their brains are gonna turn on. They're just gonna be
Yes.
more alert. They're there.
I agree. I agree. My only like criticism of this study is that, like, for sure kids that have better fitness, I would expect them to perform better because they're less tired after the same test than the kids. Like if my slow ass did that test, I'd be so out of oxygen. There's no way I'm performing well on those tests, right? And yeah, that's kind of like my question to these researchers is that was that part of the equation? I don't know. That's kind of my question there. But it's
Like
good to
I
know
would
in
like,
general.
let's be honest, like I remember doing this test when I was in elementary school. Like this was one of those physical fitness tests that we had. I loved it. I was like always the first, like I was always winning that thing. That was my
Yeah, yeah.
jam.
Make sure to
uh,
name drop yourself in this podcast. I always came first. I don't want to brag, but I was always first.
like I'm just thinking, like let's say they did this study, me and you, when we were in elementary school. Like, okay, let's just hypothetically like thinking, this might
Yes.
not be real life.
Yeah.
Me and you, they
Yeah.
were doing the study. I was rocking it,
Yeah.
I made it to the end. I think it was like, I forget what the max time was, but I did the whole thing, right? And I'm breathing hard and I'm good. And then they do this test on me and I
Yeah.
score amazing.
Yeah.
Then they do you, and like you don't make it through the whole thing, you're dying,
Yeah.
and then they come and ask you some questions. And back to
Yeah.
your point, you're just like, oh, because like
Yeah.
you're so tired.
That's actually that's the face that I make. For those of you who are not watching this on YouTube, Edith just made the face that looks like me after any workout. Yes, go ahead, Edith.
So again, like back to your point, someone whose cardio fitness is not as good, a kid's cardio fitness who's not as good, they're just not going to respond as well who's someone compared to someone who, I don't know, whatever they're doing at that age, playing
Yeah,
sports, running, whatever.
I think so. Are we taking a water break? This is the part of the podcast where we take a water break. I'm gonna take
Oh
a
yeah,
water break
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah. But we gotta sip like this.
Okay, I didn't know that was a thing. Is this
Continue.
what the young kids are doing these days? Is how we sip water? I want to be in the trend, in the whatever. I want to be cool. I got a whoop, but we'll talk about it next episode, right? We're gonna talk about recovery next episode, but let's chill. I don't want to like just drive the crowds crazy on episode 1, right? I just want to come in like not too hot. You know what I mean?
Nonchalant, just
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Easy, easy. We got so many things
easy.
to cover here. There's one more study that I found, and this one is straight out of left field. Long-term space travelers will need high intensity exercise to protect heart health. Apparently, low intensity exercise does not completely counteract the effects of weightlessness on the heart muscle. which will atrophy over time in a gravity-free environment. But short bursts of repeated high-intensity activity during shorter space missions may be more successful in keeping the heart healthy. What do you think about that?
There's a lot going on there.
What? Just go hard and fast, and then you'll survive in space. That's what's going on there. Does that sound right to you?
What's going on in space that like what's going on up there where their hearts need to be so strong like that?
There's no gravity, Edith.
Okay, so explain to me.
So apparently the heart works well under certain conditions on Earth because there's a specific kind of gravity. Like it pumps blood in certain ways, specifically, because the body is upright, for instance. Sort of dumb way to look at it. Blood has to flow from the heart down to the rest of your body. Gravity helps there. But when you're in space, the heart has to work extra to get blood all the way to the end of your limbs. I don't know what else is there. I'm sure there's an expert out there on heart activity in outer space. I don't know. But it turns out, so they try to prep these astronauts, right? They try to get them to have stronger hearts. So they get them to do exercise before they go up to space. And they found that if you just have them do like, straight up cardio, low intensity only, may not be as, good for prepping them as a combination of low intensity plus some high intensity, short bursts, repeated intervals. To which I say, duh, like it's better training on Earth. It will be better training on any planet, to me. So I encourage, scientific endeavor, but sometimes you look back and you go like, we could have told you that. We could have told you that if you were underwater, it would be better to do short-term high intensity exercise. That's all I wanted to say. I didn't want to throw this at you, Edith, because you're like our resident expert.
I just never thought about it. Like, wait, what?
I think what's cool about these things sometimes is that you kind of go like, what? I've never thought about it that way, but you end up like reaffirming some of the same principles of training that you have.
Now it makes me wonder how astronauts train off season.
That's gonna be. We're gonna figure this out for next episode. We're gonna come back and like floor everyone with our newfound knowledge.
Like I bet astronauts have personal trainers and coaches too.
Also interesting question.
I'm sure they do.
We're gonna talk about it next time. All right, look, we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna talk about this next programming cycle. We have a programming cycle coming up. Well, actually, not a cycle. We have a wave coming up. We're in the third week of the wave. We have a next wave that's coming up. What do we have in the next wave? Tell us.
Next wave, we are doing, this is the last wave before we test out, before we do our retest again. So we're going to do hinging. We're going to use the hinge. We just finished a sumo deadlift. We're finishing up sumo deadlift, so we're going to switch it up and do some power cleans and squat clean complexes type thing to work on some power output there. We're going to see some back squats to prep us for the next testing. And then upper body strength, because summer's around the corner. Last week we saw overhead tricep extension, so that was just a little sneak peek. I really want to focus on getting those arms ready for summer. So we're going to do some seated shoulder presses with the barbell. So seated military press style.
I'm very titillated by this. We got cleans, we have back squats, and we have seated shoulder presses. I might come in for all the shoulder pressing workouts.
Of course you will, because it's seated.
So all the other movements are standing. I don't really like when I stand when I work out. So our wave has a hinge, and it has a squat, and it has a press. And I think that's the next wave. This wave had a hinge, which was the sumo deadlift, and it had a
power with the box jump variations.
Got it. We had a jump, and then we had also what did we have? An upper body pull? What was the third build that we're doing? Right now, I'm blanking.
Why am I blanking?
We're gonna find this out. So typically, what we'll do is we'll have
overhead squat.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we did have a squat again here. So typically we'll have in any wave, we'll have some form of a squat or lunge. We'll have some form of a hinge, or let's say Oli movement or like a power development movement, because they're in some way all hip extension. And then we'll have either a press overhead or an upper body pull. So in this next coming wave, we're going to do clean complex as the hinge. We're going to do the back squat as a squat. It doesn't get any more squattier than this. And we're going to do the seated shoulder presses. And we're going to redo a conditioning workout.
On Tuesday. Well, that's this week.
Oh, that's this week?
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit, why are we redoing some conditioning workouts?
It's always good it's just another way of getting data and a way to just push yourself and see how far you've come. It's always nice to see not just numbers, getting stronger, but also getting our endurance. That's why it's called strength and conditioning for a reason. So, and it just gets you in the good habit of just retesting and seeing how far you've come. So this workout was done back in, I forget, it's been at least 4 months since we last did this workout. So it'd be cool to see like how far you've come in 4 months. And we have Sugar WOD, and if you're doing Sugar WOD correctly, you should be writing notes. And if you were here that day, you should be able to go back to that date, see your notes, and use those notes and attack the workout differently and see if you've gotten faster or how things are feeling and things like that.
Yeah, 100%. I would say this, that a lot of times when we do these conditioning workouts, it's like we see them for the first time. And no matter who you are and how much experience you have, you never really know exactly how hard to push throughout the workouts or at different parts in it, at the beginning, at the end, how to break up sets. You kind of go with a good strategy if you have one, or some gut, estimate about how hard you can push. But then only after you do it the first time do you really know what it feels like to be like 12 minutes into that 15-minute or 20-minute workout. And if you've captured your notes and they tell you exactly what happened to you in the workout, you can come back and sort of readjust your strategy so you never actually go past your red line. You're just flirting with it and you're maximizing your performance on a workout. And that's how you get the best stimulus out of it, not by going out too hard and crashing, or by finishing feeling like, crap, I could have gone way harder on that one. So just in the same way as we repeat strength movements and we're like, okay, I know I can lift 200 pounds, right, for 5 reps. Let me see if I can get 205, because that seems like it's in the tank for me. Same thing for the conditioning. I know I can do 6 rounds on this workout. Can I get 6.5 rounds? Can I get 7? Mm-hmm. It was repeated in February, and it's got push presses, it's got rowing, it's got box jumps, I think. It's like a pretty awesome, like all around conditioning workout.
Yeah.
Sweet. So that's our next wave. You have anything else for me?
For that next wave? No.
No, I mean for this first episode of the podcast, we're gonna just wrap it up right here. I think it's enough for the people. I think the people aren't ready for all this awesomeness at once. So I think we can stop. Right? You came in with a bandana and like your hair up in a bun, and then
I was ready to go.
You were ready to go. I put product in my hair this morning. Like, I mean, look at us. Look at you and look at us. We're on a podcast.
It needs to go on YouTube because that way they can see it.
Yes, I think I'm gonna put it on YouTube, and maybe like without audio. I'm just gonna flip it around, video only, just us gesturing on a screen, and be like, watch us. We're creating a new trend.
I would say this is a very good first attempt.
I agree, and we're not biased.
Nope, not at all.
All right, Edith, thank you. And then for all of you listeners, all 2 of you out there, thank you for joining and listening to us. You better come back, and you better tell your friends and your family and your pets to come back and listen to episode 2, because it's going to be bigger, it's going to be better, it's going to be bolder, it's going to be more awesome. Right, Edith?
Right, and don't forget to like us.
Oh, yes, also that. All right, thank you.